days ago. Let's go! 3¼ pounds. Welcome to the Coming Home series, guys. We're getting it kicked off here, leaving Montevallo and coming up to Wheeler Lake in Decatur, Alabama. A cool thing, and right now when I'm recording this audio, there's actually going to be a Bassmaster Open out here in a couple days. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. You guys are going to see in a second how things went for me, but we're idling right next to a very popular railroad bridge right now. Kind of a cool video. I'm really looking forward to showing you guys kind of the southern bass fishing experience, some of the good and the bad, and I hope you guys will enjoy this series. I'm really looking forward to putting it out for you, so make sure to stay tuned for the coming videos. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you look forward to what's to come. Smallmouth. On the sea rig, baby. I'm doing a little southern send as I make my way back up north. College is over. My last final was a couple days ago, and was actually out fishing on Lake Guntersville yesterday with a buddy of mine, Cole Edwards. He's on the team. We ended up winning the Wednesday Wildcat that was going on Guntersville at 20, like a little over 20½ pounds. So had a really good day on Guntersville yesterday. Didn't film it at all, but while I'm on my way back, I figured I'd jump out here on Wheeler and just learn a little bit more. I've only been out here once, so that's my first fish of the day, little smallmouth. I've been looking at kind of a ledge situation here. Me and Cole were fishing ledges on Guntersville, and I just really want to, it's like getting into prime time, so I want to try and learn a little bit about these offshore bass. Wheeler Lake is notorious for having these massive grass flats, and there's no doubt that there's bass in them, or at least relating to them. So I'm going to be hanging out in this area, not going to be burning much gas, I don't think, idling around, looking for rock and shell next to the grass. That fish that I just caught came off the Carolina rig, and I was fishing through a little stump field. So this area that I'm in right now is pretty cool. It's kind of a cutback behind the main river channel, and there's a smaller channel inside this that, in my eyes, I'm looking at it like these fish are spawning and pulling out here to feed before they make their way back out to the main river channel. So got that one on, just a trick worm, nothing special. Thanks for coming and watching this video. Appreciate you guys' support as always, and hopefully we can catch a couple more bass today. I started out my morning looking for a swim jig bite. It's one of my favorite patterns to get on when I can, but I chose a shad colored Apex swim jig to shake around in the grass and around shade lines. You know, this time of year you see a lot of shad start pulling up to spawn. You hear the shad spawn down south. That's something we don't deal with at all up north, but they actually get up and around the shallow cover. And what makes Wheeler Lake cool is it does have flooded bushes in the spring, which you can see in the background. I had a few opportunities up shallow, but didn't see anything too great. The fish that I did have bite were smaller on the swim jig, so I decided to move back out offshore where I had found some eelgrass that formed a line. I was able to fish it effectively, and it was something that I figured these fish would pull off of. In the spawn, as everybody knows, these fish are moving in, the pre-spawn fish are spawning, and then the spawning fish are coming off post-spawn. So there's a lot going on. So trying to stay on top of the fish is the absolute key to spawn fishing. So to start my morning, I really just wanted to try and figure out where these fish are located and what they're relating to. Oh, there we go. Fish number 2, Wheeler Lake out here. That one came on a chatterbait. GoPro's giving me some issues, but I got it rolling enough for you guys to see me boat flip it. That is a very healthy fish. I'm out here on a bar right now, and you can see that fish right there has got a little bit of red on its tail. I'm not quite sure if that's, looks like this one's probably just getting started spawning on this bar. It's a nice fat one. Very healthy. Ate the chatterbait, like I bomb casted it. As soon as I started reeling, just bonk. So hopefully we can get another one. That is a beautiful fish. Thanks, buddy. Just caught my 3rd bass of the day. Absolute giant spotted bass. We got the trifecta in the boat today. Caught that on a Carolina rig, just marked a little ledge type spot, and pulled up on it. So after the last fish that you guys didn't see the hook set on camera, or really my cast or anything, basically I was just fishing. If you imagine it, you got the main river channel, and then off on either side you got bars, is what they call them down here. And there was a sandbar. I didn't realize it was sand at first. I thought it was a mud line, because like you can see the difference in water clarity, or like the color change. It looked kind of muddy, and that is a thing down here. It's not super windy today, but that's what I figured it was. That fish looked like it was just starting to spawn almost, and I'd say it was relating right on the edge of the eelgrass to where the very top of that bar is. It was all just like clean, hard sand, and that's a huge thing. I mean, you want to look for hard bottom down here, or anytime when you're looking for spawning fish. And it's a ways into the spawn, but I wouldn't have been surprised if there was a decent population up there, you know, spawning on that sand. But I only got 1 bite, never even had another bite after that, and now we're down just a little ways from where we were. Graphed a little river channel here, saw a little point that stuck out, pulled up on it, threw the sea rig out, and that little joker decided to play. So that's how we got here. It's a lot of trial and error in fishing, especially when you're still kind of new to things. And this is my 2nd time out here on Wheeler, so like I said, just trying to get kind of orientated with it, understand how it sets up, and might fish a little bit differently than other lakes. And we're taking every bite we can, even when they're tiny spotted bass like that last one, because it's all a sign. It tells you that bass actually used the spots that you picked out, and you never know, the next time you pull up it could be 5-pounders on it instead of little tiny dinky spotted bass. So I'll catch up with you guys next time we catch a fish. I'm gonna keep rolling here. There's fish number 4 for the day. I thought the GoPro was recording, but it's not. It has been a very long, grind of a day out here on Wheeler Lake. I keep running around graphing though, so it's productive, but there's a little guy off a little rock point. Talked to Cole, who I went fishing with yesterday on Guntersville, and they're fishing Guntersville right now, and it sounds like it's really tough out there too. So it just goes to show, like, southern fishing it's crazy, man. You go from catching 20 pounds one day on Guntersville to jumping onto a place like this, and you're back to the grind of it. But it's fishing, it's fun. It's a crazy puzzle down here that's, gosh, most of these lakes are probably 40 times bigger than most of the ones we fish back home. So it's a lot more challenging. You got to run patterns a lot more, and it's not always easy to get onto anything. So that's why I'm doing a lot of this kind of fishing recon, running around trying to fish these lakes and try to get my eyes laid on them before I do actually end up having another tournament on them. Hopefully doing stuff like this, you know, catching a fish off here, if it is just an absolute grind of a tournament, you might be able to pull up on a spot like this and get like that one bite. But today, I mean, I keep looking for spots with them grouped up on it, and I can't find them. So got a little bit more time to look, but it's just been one of those days where you get a bite here and there.